I am in a different space in my life at this point, and I just wanted to share something with y'all today. If you want to get something done, if you wish for something, or you want to manifest something, or you want to set out your intentions, I suggest that you don't tell everybody, because again, not everybody wants to see you walk in your purpose. Not everybody wants to see you walking in your purpose. That's just how it is. People are funny that way. We live in different times, and even if we was living in the past, it still works the same way. But nowadays, people are fucking weird. People do not want to see you walking in their purpose, and they also don't want to walk in their purpose. So you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing, or what you want, or what you're wishing for, or whatever. Don't even stress about it, because it's yours, as long as you don't stress about it. The more you stress that you don't got it, that's what you're attracting. You're attracting, oh, I don't have it yet. But if you don't stress about it, you don't think about it, that's when it comes to you, because you know that it's already here. Because once again, we live in this dimension, and there's multiple realities going on simultaneously at the same time, whether you want to accept it or not. Okay? Everything we see, it's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? That's the world we live in. You can hop into different realities. That's why it also exists for people to swap destinies. It happens all the time. It has happened to me quite a few times in the past. I'm not letting nobody touch my shit at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stay to myself. But I've seen it. I've seen it happen to me. I've seen it happen to other people around me, especially close people, where let's say this girl is close friends with this other girl, and this girl is on a move. Like she's in college, she's trying to get her shit together, she's trying to get promoted, she's just so fucking focused, and her friend is going through a rough time at home, and she's not fucking focused, but she wants that other person's life so bad, she gonna do whatever it takes to get that other person's life. So you have to be very careful, because not everybody is your friend. Not everybody is your sister. Not everybody is your brother. Not everybody is your mama. Not everybody is your daddy. Like, we need to stop at this point in age, we're in 2025. I think we should all get the point that not everybody is in your best interest. And it's not as a negative thing, because we do live in a world where there is both positive and negative things, and as long as it's balanced, it's okay. But the majority of what's going on right now, it's like everybody wants it easy. Everybody wants that person's destiny. Everybody wants that person's life. Everybody wants to work or walk in your purpose. And if you don't notice that, you're gonna end up left behind. You're going to end up fucked up. And once again, I think I said this in my previous videos, we are in life path year 9. So 2026 is about restarting a whole 9-year cycle, because the highest number in numerology is 9, whether you want to accept it or not. Mind you that we are also 9 ether beings, whether you want to accept it or not. But we can't walk in our power if we're out here being naive about it. If we're out here not wanting to learn. You know what I'm saying? Every day, learn something new. Every day, gain some kind of fucking knowledge. Every day, describe your feelings. This is something that we should been doing, and we don't fucking do enough. For example, if you're an anxious person, or you are a person that is depressed at the moment, which I did made another video a long time ago about how emotions are linked to deities, whether you want to accept that shit or not, because emotions are linked to fucking energies, and most of the time it comes from some kind of trauma, from some kind of grief, whatever it may be. You have to be less acceptable to it. And the way to do that is to have a clear mind, a clear soul, working on your body, working on being healthy, not drinking all the time, not smoking all the time. I'm not saying you can't drink and smoke. I'm just saying everything has to be moderate. Like, you can't just be out here drinking and smoking, because that's how entities go into your body. That's how these emotions starts coming up, because you can't walk in your purpose. You're not doing your shadow work. You're not looking at what is it that you feel. Like, it's okay. And once again, if you are anxious, don't say I am or I have, you know, the anxious name. I'm not even going to say that, because I'm not trying to link that to me. Don't fucking say that. Just say I feel anxious because, like, literally, because, like, you're literally telling yourself, like, I feel anxious because this situation. You got what I'm saying? Don't let a diagnosis take over your life. You are more than what the fuck is going on. You need to be working on your power. And your power starts with you. Because if you're taking care of your body, you're taking care of your temple, you're taking care of your mind, you're being mindful with your chakras, you're being mindful when something triggers you and you're like, wait, let me step the fuck back and let me see, why is it that I'm triggered? Why is it that I'm mad? The more you work on that shit, the more you're going to realize that a lot of the times that we be tripping on other people, a lot of times that we be arguing is over a ego battle. It doesn't even, being gangsta is not the thing. I don't know if you guys know that. Being gangsta is not the thing. Being the higher person, having to walk away and not argue and not fight nobody, that is the highest point you can be, whether you want to accept that or not. Yeah, you can curse people out in the process, but walking away and just continue that path and not like letting none of this low vibrational shit bother you, that's high vibrational walk. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to be doing to work on your chakras. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to dissect your feelings. You need to dissect how you think. You need to dissect everything that is about you, so you get to know and you get to walk and you get to become the best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? We are here to learn. We are here to help others. We are here to learn. And mind you that we have gifts that we don't or can't access at the moment because we're not tapped in. So if you're a person that feels that something is bad is going to happen or something good is going to happen, like an empath, like, you need to be, you know, understanding that, okay, when I feel like this, it's because of this. Like, you need to be journaling. And if you can't write, like me, because I have a condition where I can't fucking write all the time, but what I do is I still do, like, I can talk and it types it for me because we have AI everywhere. So use everything to your advantage. Use everything to your advantage. If you any old wife tells or any shit that your grandma used to tell you, any shit that your mama used to tell you, like, if this happened, this is what it means. Like, those are the things you need to be mindful about. Go outside, look at the sky, look at the sun, look at the moon, you know, follow the moon patterns. For example, this new moon that just passed, it was in Aquarius. You need to be going in your birth chart and you need to be knowing, okay, the moon is in Aquarius. Where do I have Aquarius in my chart? Okay, I got it in these houses. Okay, let me see. So if I got it in the 4th house, that means that new moon is going to focus on my home, family, origin, roots, background, maternal lineage. Okay, so it's going to focus on that part, because every moon, whether it's a new moon, whether it's a full moon, it's going to focus in somewhere in your chart. Very rare, and sometimes it does happen that moon or that zodiac is not in your chart, which it does happen. But you also want to be looking at your south node, north node, those things as well. Your fortune can be in that, because I've seen that before, and it's not in the houses, but it is in the south north node or in the fortune part. So you need to be in tune with yourself. You see how all this can keep you busy? Yeah, it can keep you busy. It keeps you away from shit, because we're supposed to stay busy. We're not supposed to be distracted. There's a lot of fucking distraction, whether you want to accept it or not. There's so much distraction, is crazy. They're trying to distract us. They're trying to make it seem all these things are going on, and it will fucking freak you out. So you need to just take your time, focus on you, start dissecting your fucking natal chart. You need to be doing that. You need to be paying attention to the moon and the zodiac that's connected to that moon, and any retrogrades that are happening, because retrogrades just means like a pause. It just means a pause, and sometimes a reverse. And what that means is that during that time, a lot of people that we don't associate with in our present time, that are from our past, they try to come up and they try to distract us from walking in our purpose in that time, because the time is not moving per se. So that's why we need to be paying attention to those times. So in those times we stay extra busy, or we work on other things, so we don't have a hard time later on, like, oh shit, I let him in, or oh, I let her in, and look at me now. Look where I'm at. I'm back in the same cycle. You don't want to be stuck in a cycle. I think we all have been stuck in a cycle some time or still in our lives, and it sucks because it's hard to get off of that cycle. So that's why we need to leave people where they at. If we left them in 2020, we left them in 2000, we left them in 2005, we left them in 1980, we left them in 19, that's where they need to be. Okay? That's where they need to be. Straight up. Don't worry about it. What you need to be focusing on is yourself, is your natal chart. You need to be focused on these moon cycles, on the zodiac that is connected to the moons, onto the retrogrades, on any lunar planetary event that's happening. You need to pay attention. Make sure you're putting out your intentions, making sure you are manifesting. Keep in mind that you need to be working, when you're manifesting, you need to be working with your element. So if you're a fire sign, you need to be doing stuff with fire. You need to be burning something. If you're an air sign, you need to be working with this air, no matter how or where. You need to be working with this air. It can be, you can be working with a fan. It blows out air. You can, you see how simple that shit is? If you're water, you need to be taking showers or baths, being underwater and manifesting, praying underwater, or just making sure the water is moving. Anything that's your element, you want to make sure that it's moving. And then once again, if it's earth, you want to make sure that you're planting. You can manifest while planting. I mean, there's people that put stuff on sticky notes, and then you got what I'm saying? They might put something on sticky note. They might burn it up, and then they might put it in the bottom, like where they put the seed at. You got what I'm saying? You get it? And then a flower comes out. So you need to be working on those things. You also need to be working on shadow work, and not just any shadow work. What you need to do is you need to be dissecting your emotions. So if something is triggering me, if I feel like I get upset over what somebody does, I step back. I notice it. I step back, and I'm like, okay, why am I triggered? Okay, this is a trauma issue. This is a, some kind of childhood trauma, or my teen trauma, or my young adult trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is where it's coming from. Okay, you need to calm the fuck down. You need to calm down. And then you calm down, and you just notice your tics. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a tic. Everybody has something that, you know what I'm saying, that just makes them it gets them triggered, or it gives them overstimulation vibes. Like, so just pay attention to those things. We are not perfect. We are perfectly imperfect, and that's okay, you know, but just work on yourself, you know, because that's what's going to keep you busy. You know, we got a lot of shit going on. We got planes falling out of the skies. We got, you know, people being sent back to places they don't even know belong, or don't know nothing about them. We got people not sending back. We got people being sent to Guantanamo Bay. Oh, I guess that's how you say it. You know, that prison in the middle of nowhere. And hopefully that everybody that's sent over there has done a major crime, because it will suck if an innocent person was sent there. So we got a lot of humanity things going on right now that can affect our energy field, that can affect our frequency, it can affect our mindset, it can affect our emotions, it can put our guard down, and then entities can come in and out. So we got to be mindful when we are drinking alcohol, because when you are drinking alcohol, it just allows, remember, our body is a portal. Yes. We have portals everywhere. We have portals in our eyes. We have portals in our ears. We have portals in our mouth. We have portals in our hands. We have portals in our private parts. We have portals in our feet. That's why if you go walk outside and the ground is cold, you end up getting like a cold. Yeah, because we have portals everywhere. So when you are drinking, you are allowing your whole body to be, the guard is completely down, and it allows this entity to take over because of the alcohol, or because you are using some kind of drug. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be mindful with these things. You need to be mindful who you sleep with, because once again, we have a portal down there, and that portal sucks when something gets in that portal, because that's the root chakra, and we tend to use it for pleasure and not work on being celibate to clean ourselves. So work on being celibate will help clean the root chakra, and once again, dissecting emotions and feelings and understanding what are your triggers. Understand as well that other people's emotions does not have anything to do with you. You know, people are going through the same thing that you're going through in different ways. And once again, we live in a world that we have multiple realities simultaneously in this one. And we have people trying to destiny swap. We have energy vampires. So we just have to be very vigilant. We have to be paying attention. You know, don't be just out here trusting everybody. Trust yourself. That's the only one that's not going to let you down. That's the only one that picks you up when you're down. That's the only one that makes sure you get home safe. That's the only one that makes sure you eat, is yourself. So that's who you need to trust. You need to trust your intuition. You need to start walking in your power, knowing that you have power, and walking in your power. You know, we are in times where we're supposed to be completing this 9-year cycle, leaving people where they at, not bringing them back, because if they didn't work out the 100 first times, they're not going to work out this time. You know, and we need to understand that it's okay. Like, you don't have to hate anybody. You know, we need to understand that too. Like, you're not going to allow them in, but you don't have to hate them, because that's a whole other energy. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be mindful with the energies that we're around. We need to be mindful with the frequency we're around. You know, if we have children, making sure that we're paying attention to our children, making sure that we're listening to them, because they have feelings, they have emotions. Making sure that they're able to communicate those feelings and emotions, and able to dissect those emotions as well.